Alright guys, this is NYC Charizards for doing a analysis of all of my weeks playing the UBL draft presented by Pokemon B and T community. Just wanted to do this and reflect on how I've been progressing along and how I've been just tackling this draft. Different experience, form different format from what I'm used to playing. Trying to just wanted to go back and reflect, starting with each week I did play in the draft. Um, so with that, I am gonna start with this first video uh, against this was against the Cianwood City Quagsires. This was week 2. My week 1 was a forfeit, so week 2 was against a guy who I'd been actually known from a previous group, whose monotype expertise in rock is something definitely that I was concerned about. So the guy knows how I play. I know how he plays. So this was going to be something of a difficult matchup. Now, preview looking at my team and my draft. I had um, I had Lando T, who was considered one of the most viable OU mons. Um, Cartana, I got Brock Cartana. Got my ace Mega Charizard X. And then I also have Suicune, and Rabombi as others fill in the space. Now, what I'm seeing on his team is he's got Drifblim, he's got Houndoom, he's got Nidoqueen, Scrafty, Latios, and Swellow. Mostly, what I'm fearing on his team for the most part is Latios, due to speed tier and move pool. I'm looking potentially, and Swellow, it could either be gut. Looking at Swellow, could be guts, it could be special. Scrafty, I'm not as familiar with. It's a little less known, but it's still something that potentially could be problematic, so I was keeping an eye on that. Then I've got, then I'm looking at Houndoom, which I know is his Mega, and then Drifblim, who could potentially also be a problem because of its sweeping abilities with the Unburden ability. Interestingly, I thought it might be Unburden, or it might be Flare Boost, in case I tried to burn it. But let's just get into it. So, it's turn 1, he leads Houndoom, and I lead Rabombi. Now, I'm sure he's probably thinking that my Rabombi is max speed. It's got that 381 Jolly speed. Interestingly enough, I tried to go modest for this one. I thought, okay, maybe I can still outspeed most of the things he brings anyways. And well, this is where I have a little disappointment, because my Rabombi is slower. Unfortunately, it takes the full hit, but it lays down a sticky web, which is going to be huge later. Rabombi goes down. Now I send in Kartana. Kartana's at a speed, but I switch out because because I thought he might anticipate the Sacred Sword. So I lured it out, and then I got him to bring out something else. Now he's got Flame Orb, which now makes me think that he didn't have Aftermath uh, or Unburden at all. So that Flame Orb makes me think that he's trying to do Flare Boost, which would boost his attack, I believe, so, if I recall correctly. Now he goes for the trick. Maybe looks like just a burn tactic. If I recall, he was trying to anticipate the Slurpuff, but since I didn't bring Slurpuff, which was not in my draft anymore, guess his tactic kind of fell a bit flat. I throw a Toxic Spike, he throws into Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen is problematic because we can use it, because since I have Zardex and Kartana is not, and Kartana, who isn't very wasn't very strong on the special front. That makes this one a problem. Um, then, and of course, Dragago being poison is weak to Earth power. But I anticipate now I have Dragalg trying to just rack up kills at this point. So drop one Draco, drop a second one, which surprisingly is faster. So I'm guessing this was the bulky variant without any speed invest whatsoever. Now he sends in Scrafty with Intimidate. Doesn't mean much considering that Dragalg is mostly special. But now I'm out of typically at this point I'd be out of Dracos. So I switch out. I go into Lando T, of course, with its signature Intimidate and Ground Flying typing, which unless he's got Ice Punch, which won't be too bad. Now he goes for the bulk up, boosts his defense. I go for Gravity, so I can Earthquake anything and everything he brings, and he can't run. But in this one, I also brought Flying EMZ because it's a widely used one. Being that flying has nothing can escape a flying type attack. He goes for knockoff, which won't be as successful because I went for the Z move, so he can't knock off a Z item, and because of the webs, I'm already faster than him. So Lando T's got one kill on the board. Dragalg's got another. Now he goes Swallow. This is a problem. With Gravity, now Swallow is slow. This worked out in my favor. He goes for the Boom Burst, so it's going to be Spec Swallow. Dragalg takes the fall. Rip Dragalg. Gravity's normal, so now he's back in the air again, so my Earthquakes are now useless. Now I go to Suicune. He pulls back because I'm going to start bulking up. This is a bulky variant, Scald, Calm Mind, Toxic, Substitute. With lefties, and he poisons me. Probably should have substituted sooner, but oh well, live and learn. He goes for the Psy Shock because my defenses are down. I poison him back. Now, this amazes me because that means his Latios is not at the 525 speed with Scarf, so which means I have things that are faster than him. At this point, it's just a battle of stall, of poison. But now I go in for Kartana because that does have speed and now create problems. I go for knockoff 1. That takes out his item and Life Orb and gives Kartana the Beast Boost. And now the carnage happens. But I switch out because he just pulled a Destiny Bond. I actually anticipated a Flamethrower or a Shadow Ball, so we could probably anticipate hitting something when I retreat. But I'm guessing he wanted to try and take me down with it, so I lose my big gun. But I go Mega, I take the chance to Dragon Dance up. He taunts me, which shuts down my Dragon Dancing. Why I switched out here? When I look back, honestly, that wasn't a wise move, but, I should, oh well, we live and learn. He goes for the Draco, it misses, this probably is what saved me in this game. I go for the Rock Polish, and now at this point, Latios is weaker on the physical front, so this is going to hurt a lot. Same thing with Swallow. I go for another Fly and get, of course, a boost. It's already high attack power and stab, and we'll make this a hard hit. And then I just finish this up here with an Earthquake, and that's the end. Good game, Ryan. And that's it for that one. Looking back, I could have ended that with the Charizard sweep, but gave Lando T some room to try something out. It might have costed me, but I don't know. Karma balanced it out, I guess. Anyways, that's my analysis of that one. Definitely learned a little more, started to learn about my team dynamic a bit better, and seeing what I could have done differently, and looking back in hindsight, good way to recap the pros and cons in this battle. Thanks for watching.